What's going on, guys? OneMS here, back with a new Raid Shadow Legends video. So today, I'm continuing my Platinum Arena Reset series. I'm talking about what I did this past weekend, what I did right, what I did wrong, how I did kind of overall, what teams I used, etc. So let's just jump right into it. So we're starting at about the 16-minute mark left. I like to talk about the last 15 minutes, and this included one of little bit of a longer fight. So you'll see here I'm using Siphi, Underpriest Brogni, Kymar, and Rhodos. So this is a high resistance Rhodos, high resistance Brogni, and then obviously I'm just using the 1 damage dealer. This is something I've been testing out because I'm obviously in MAD, Immortal Elite, and then the primary enemy clan in Arena is ET, Eternal Titans. They use a team that utilizes just 1 Rhodos quite a bit on offense, and I wanted to try that myself this week, but with a bit of a different twist on it. They tend to use Hegemon instead of Brogni. I wanted to go more of what I thought to be a safer route in terms of running the high resistance and then sort of absorbing and then being able to fight back. I was using it during the week and I was pretty happy with it, and then during the weekend it's not like it failed or anything like that, but it just didn't quite live up to what I was hoping for in terms of fighting real reset defenses. So you see a 1-minute win there is definitely not bad, but ideally I'd want wins a little bit faster than that. So here we find another team. Pretty much Hegemon Warlord is pretty much like the meta right now in terms of defenses, and we see somebody running a nuke Hegemon here, which is a little bit strange. It kind of catches me off guard. You see me pausing for a second there. I didn't really know who to try and hit, because most defenses have a lot of reaction gear on them, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to waste Rhodos' A3 trying to kill somebody, but luckily, if the Siphi did have it, it didn't proc. Killed her, killed the team, and now I finish off the Warlord. 25 seconds is a very fast win, especially against Panda's team. I wonder if that was probably not his proper reset team. So here we see, this is probably the most common team on defense right now. It's Duchess, Warlord, Hegemon, Ursuga. So the whole idea here is you run... obviously, most teams have a ton of reaction, and right here, this is where it gets really difficult to fight them. When Duchess puts up the Veil on everybody, and then ally protection from Ursuga. So this just makes it really, really difficult to actually kill the Duchess because she's being, obviously, protected, and she takes reduced damage. And now, see, I'm going to tell you right now, every fight in Platinum Arena, if you're trying to use an offense like this, it's going to be... It doesn't always have to be a long fight, but it's usually going to be somewhat long. So here you see me, I switch up gears and I tried to kill off the Ursuga first, and then I'm going to try to focus the Duchess down. Due to the strengthen, I'm unfortunately not able to one-shot her here with the Rhodos, but we're kind of just slowly grinding them out. Yeah, we finish off Ursuga right here. You'll see I'm using Rhodos' A1 quite a bit instead of the A2. What I'm trying to do is, this enemy team doesn't really have a lot of damage on it. I'm not too afraid of them actually killing anybody on my team, so I'm trying to go for extra turn procs whenever I can. So you see there, I did use the A2 on the Warlord. I was afraid that the Rhodos A1 wouldn't actually kill him, so I went with the A2 just for the more damage. In hindsight, I maybe should have actually just done an A1 to try to proc extra turns, because the Warlord is about to get revived anyways. And so now here I flip it on auto. We got the revive out of the way, and I'm hoping to just kind of kill off this Duchess and then finish off the rest of the team somewhat quickly. So you see, I go for the A1. Since I didn't think the A2 would actually kill her, tried to proc an extra turn, did not get one, unfortunately. We're already at 2 minutes, so this is definitely not a very good, or definitely not a fast win by any means. This is just kind of the state of Arena right now. There are definitely better ways to hit teams like this. This is the safe way, is to use Siphi and Rhodos, which it's just because there's so much reaction and swift parry everywhere. It's really difficult to try to speed farm teams, or at least it's going to be very risky for you. Going forward for next week, I'm going to try something a little bit different. Obviously, every single week, I want to try to do better especially on offense. Defense is relatively similar now. I can't just force myself to get more reaction gear, right? Or at least in the right. What am I thinking of? The right faction, right? So if I just don't have reaction gear for certain factions, I can't really run people from that in my defense now with just how strong defenses are. And you'll see here, I noticed that about 11 minutes left, I think I started, I guess, panicking a little bit too early. I started thinking, oh man, I just took like 3 minutes on that offense. I need to just go fight somebody that is high up on the leaderboard to help out my clan. So I refreshed a couple pages, tried to find somebody that was high up here. I believe this person was pretty high up there. This person is actually faster than me. That's why I don't just hit this with a speed team. I don't know exactly how fast they are, but they're faster than me. So I bring in the double Morte Macabre team. So I like this team quite a bit. It's really good against Candrafon specifically because he's weak affinity against them, so he can't really just kill them easily. And then my Siphi is protected by Necrit. So you'll see there, one of them got procced. We kill off the Siphi because she doesn't really... She's all single target, and so she doesn't really proc them. Plus, she's obviously a reviver. We get the second peril on the Arbiter, but she is in Swift Parry, unfortunately. So I make sure I finish her off, or try to finish her off there. And now it's just the Warlords and Candrafon. I believe I toss it on auto here. Yep. Toss it on auto. It's looking to be probably a little bit over a minute. Not great, not terrible. It's just going to be about kind of the luck of peril procs if I can get them. Yeah, so finish off Warlord. Unfortunately, I didn't get any peril procs from the Candrafon AoE there. Or a passive procs, I should say. And of course, Swift Parry. Just... Oh, man. And then I get the peril after he's already proc Swift. It's just, I don't know, man. I mean, I run Swift Parry on my defense. I get it. I do it too, but it's just... It just feels like everybody's in Swift Parry, and it always procs 100% of the time. So again, you saw me check the leaderboard there. About 9 minutes left, and I'm still kind of in this mode of like, oh man, I'm not doing so hot, so I'm just going to try to help out the clan, right? So I'm refreshing, just trying to find people that are high up. I see a team here, and then this Casey person, I believe that's actually the same person. I think he changed his team. He is faster than me, so this is why I'm not able to just run a speed team and easily beat him. So we'll see here. I think I do actually end up losing this fight because since he runs the double boost into the Warlord, he actually runs... he's able to run a super high accuracy Warlord, which this is what I do on offense. But unfortunately, my Kymar and my Brogni are getting locked out by this. So I'm trying to play it out, seeing if I can kind of cycle back around to my abilities. Which it looks like I might be able to do so right now, but then the Siphi is already back to her A2. Kymar doesn't have his sleep yet. I'm just thinking if Kymar can take one more turn, I might have it. I might be able to kind of sleep and strip them and then recover from there. So the Krisk has the ally protection on, so that's why I don't really bother hitting other people. I'm just trying to kill him off first. And I believe, yeah, Warlord goes here, locks me out. And I think I realize now that it's gone, or maybe I give it another rotation. But either way, I end up wasting kind of a lot of time on this team. Yeah, pretty unfortunate. If I had gotten like some really lucky extra turn chains there from Rotos, I could have definitely recovered this and won. But luck was not on my side in this fight, so... Yeah, so I notice again, my Rotos, or excuse me, my Kymar, I'm one turn away. I'm one turn away from getting his AoE strip and sleep. And I believe... And then he... Yeah, I believe this is where I backed out, because Siphi just sleeps him with her A1. Non-resistible, nothing I can do. So I basically just wasted 2 minutes there, and that's kind of what... That's what actually kind of put the nail in the coffin right there, is... 6 minutes left, and I'd just taken, like, back-to-back... Yeah, you see I'm ranked 22 there. I'd taken back-to-back pretty long offense fights into a long offense loss. So it's pretty much donezo for me now. I didn't see what I did here. I don't know if this is a high-ranking person or if I just kind of hit somebody I thought I could win against. But we'll see here, the high-resistance Kymar and Brogni, it does work pretty well, but it's just not fast enough. So we see here, Duchess gets protected, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to kill the Necrit first. I go for the Hegemon kill there, just to kind of get Duchess's revive out of the way. But now seeing this back, since she is protected, that was actually probably not my best move. I probably should have left Hegemon alive. Luckily, the Necrit, I don't know exactly what happened there, but he ran out the Veil, so I'm able to throw it on auto. Hopefully, just try to kill her off with just the one Rotos. It might have been the Brogni A2 that stripped it off of him, which Brogni is just so good. So you see, I proc the extra turn here, so I know that I probably have my A3 available. Finish her off, finish off the Hegemon. Now we're just going to slowly grind out the Warlord. It's going to be about a minute and a half. Again, 1 minute to a minute and a half is not like a bad win time for these types of defenses, but it's definitely not good. And you'll see here, I kind of panicked a little bit, so I changed up my defense. My defense was actually doing pretty decently, and I just decided to change it for some reason. Yeah, I don't think it makes too much of a difference. There's only 5 minutes left. It's really not going to have a massive effect. So, but yeah, I know Gataga was pretty high up in the points, so I decided to hit him here. And he's running Nuke, which is pretty interesting. And you'll see right there, I go for a Rotos A2 instead of the A3 in case that there is reaction gear. A2 versus A3 against this team, or excuse me, Duchess reviving or doing her, it's basically the same thing, right? It would have given Veil to the entire team. So it kind of worked out in my favor here that I got the revive out of the way first, because then I'm able to strip them easily with Brogni, even though he doesn't have very high accuracy, kill off the Duchess with A3 into killing Hegemon. Now we're just kind of grinding out Warlord. Definitely going to be a sub 1 minute win, so that's pretty solid. So yeah, this is more so what I had. This is more so what I experienced during the week, which was pretty consistent, about 45 to a minute 15 wins against teams like this. But I knew during reset it would be obviously people with better teams, but I figured it would still be a consistent team. But it was, and again, it didn't do poorly, but it's just not. It wasn't winning quite as fast as I was hoping it would. So we see here another. Duchess, this time using Necrit instead of Ursuga, but then Warlord Hegemon. Very, very common in the meta right now. So here I'm hoping that I'm able to kill this Duchess with just the 1A3, and I do, which is pretty lucky. And now I just throw it on auto. I know that the Reviver is dead. I know that my team will, or should hopefully target appropriately. I think I select Necrit here because it's, especially with Necrit, you don't really want to try to kill people through his protection unless they're very low already, because otherwise it just refreshes their shields. Yeah, so we finish off Necrit, kill Warlord. Again, A1ing to try to get an extra turn for a faster win. But unfortunately don't get the extra turn, but here we go. 1 minute exactly. This is, again, against another ET team. That's a pretty solid win time. We have about 2.5 minutes left. And refreshing, I find Gataga again because I knew that he's pretty high up and that it was a decently fast win for me, since he's running Nuke Hegemon and it looks like his team doesn't have very high resistance. So here I go for the, I just A1'd Hegemon. I don't really know why. I was thinking about maybe not A2ing to not have the revive, but I guess I just misremembered the previous fight. Anyways, we damage the Ursuga with the A3 pretty heavily. Hopefully we can kill her. I go for the Warlord kill here because I thought that it might kill Ursuga with the ally protection damage. It did, and now I'm kind of hoping I can Siffy sleep. So I got the unresistible sleep before she takes a turn here. A lot of people run like a fairly slow Duchess, so I was confident that I would be able to keep her asleep. And then we A3 finish her off. So this is 48 seconds. That's a really, really solid win time there. We have about a minute and a half left. I'm just refreshing, looking for anybody kind of high up that's not in Mad. And you see, I skipped over a person that I just hit and won pretty quickly against. I don't know exactly why I did that in the moment. But yeah, so here, I probably should have slept the Warlord, but I actually loop back around in time, which is pretty lucky, or they're just running a very slow Warlord. I'm able to sleep him, and unfortunately his turn meter wasn't quite... Oh, bless me, jeez. I don't think I've ever sneezed in a video before. His turn meter wasn't quite high enough for me to sleep him again there. But I try to kill off the Ursuga, does not quite go through. But you'll see I full resist that Warlord. So it's actually seemingly a very high resistance, very slow Warlord with low accuracy. So now I'm kind of just throwing it on auto because I know that there's ally protection with the Veil. There's not much I can do here. But yeah, I finish off the Duchess. I'm getting some really nice extra turns on the Rotos here. I tried to go for another extra turn into an A3. Unfortunately, didn't quite go through. We're at about a minute. I think this is probably my last fight. Yeah, I manual the A3 in case it's a Swift Parry Warlord and finish him off. Yeah, 14 seconds left. I don't think I looked at the time here. I'm pretty sure I tried to fight somebody else. Yeah, there's no possible way. I think I was like, oh man, if I can one-shot a team, I can do it. But this is literally double Tormund, which it's impossible to one-shot them. But yeah, so we'll finish off this fight, and we'll kind of talk about the end result. Honestly, kind of rewatching and seeing my fights in those last couple of minutes there, and I actually won really fast here. 12 seconds is very, very fast. So if I had found that team a little bit quicker, maybe I could have won in time, but... Yeah, so we see 21st here. Let me pause this. 21st is... If I finish outside of top 20, I usually feel pretty bad about it. I think that... seeing those last couple of fights, I think that my offense was actually... The actual team... maybe it was a little bit of a luck factor. Maybe it was just picking the right enemies. Maybe it was just, you know, finding high resistance. Whatever it was. Sometimes it worked perfectly exactly how I wanted it to with about 45-second wins, and then other times I just get stalled out, which I feel like that's just kind of... Or maybe that's either just the defense meta, maybe I got unlucky, or it's most likely it's just my own choices within the fight. Who I kill, when, why. I think there's a couple times where I killed somebody which allowed Duchess to revive when she normally wouldn't have been able to, and that was probably a mistake. Yeah, I'm not sure. All I gotta do is just... I need to come up with a faster way to hit those teams. Hit that Duchess, Ursuga, Hegemon, Warlord team. Need to find a better way for it. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed sort of this commentary on my push this week. And I will see you guys in a new video soon. Peace.